Kia ora, nama ki te whare, welcome to The House, ko Louis Collins aho. Today in Parliament, the usual agenda of question time and government business was put to one side as the House dedicated the entire sitting day to lamenting the death of Jim Bolger, Prime Minister of New Zealand from 1990 till 1997. In those 7 years with Bolger at the helm, the Fourth National Government presided over a number of significant changes in the socio-political landscape. Whether it was the transition to MMP, the creation of the resource management legislation, and as noted by many today, the beginnings of the treaty settlement process. Here's Prime Minister Chris Luxon.
One of the defining moments of his premiership was the 1996 Heads of Agreement with Ngāi Tahu. There were doubts within the National Caucus, the cost was high, the politics uncertain, and it was an election year. But Jim had an instinctive grasp of New Zealanders' innate sense of fairness. In this view, it was the right thing to do, and he urged Cabinet to go ahead. That moment, and the treaty settlement process that helped cement, stands as a proud legacy of his leadership.
Bolger continued to be politically active long after leaving office, and as Labour's Chris Hipkins pointed out, that included advocating for Māori.
His work to advance Māori and progress treaty settlements does deserve special mention. I know how much he's held in high regard on marae and with iwi up and down the country. In one of his last interviews, only a couple of weeks ago actually, ironically with a younger member of the Labour Party, he spoke of his concern that so many New Zealanders now seem scared of the word Māori. He reminded us that when Māori do well, we will all do well. He also offered a sobering warning that until the injustices of the past are addressed and Māori are thriving, we will never be able to truly leave behind our past conflicts.
Bolger was a husband, a father and a grandfather. He leaves behind 9 children and 18 grandchildren. The Greens' Te Ano Tuiono suggested that his ability to wrangle this many relatives proved useful in his successes with engaging with Māori.
And as I was scrolling through the social media, I saw many tributes from many Māori communities, communities that he helped to support navigating the treaty settlement claims. And as I looked at the size of his whānau, I had to think that perhaps his deft in being able to work with many Māori communities because he had his own iwi and he had his own hapu. And it is on that understanding I feel that many Māori felt that as well.
As the Prime Minister mentioned, the political landscape of the early 90s wouldn't have been particularly accommodating to the concept of treaty settlements, yet Bolger persevered. Here's ACT leader David Seymour.
Many people will know the history very well. The changes that occurred in the 1990s, bedding in and continuing a process of economic reform that brought New Zealand into the modern world. The reconciliation that occurred through the treaty settlement process, without which New Zealand today would be unimaginable, and yet it's so easy to forget how brave and difficult starting that process of treaty settlements would have been in 1992.
While the Speaker, Jerry Brownlee, was elected to Parliament towards the end of Bolger's tenure, Winston Peters is the only current MP that can claim to have properly worked with him in Cabinet.
He was proud of his Irish ancestry and saw an historic parallel in the treatment of Irish nationalists with the mistakes of some former New Zealand governments with Māori in New Zealand. As a Tikwiri farmer, he grew up around Māori and saw no reason for difference and every reason for communities to be stronger together.
Te Pāti Māori leader Debbie Ngāwarapaka talked fondly of Bolger and his dedication to fairness in the Crown-Māori relationship. She even went as far as calling him our greatest Prime Minister since Michael Joseph Savage.
His work around the Cabinet table gave life to the principles of good faith and goodwill unto all. We'll remember Mr Bolger's commitment to restoring the honour of the Crown under Te Tiriti o Waitangi. He knew Te Tiriti o Waitangi promises a place for all in this country and that we all have love and should have love for each other. His leadership serves as a lesson, not to vilify or burn bridges with Māori communities, but to embrace each other in the spirit of peace through justice. Together owning our past and collaboratively looking towards our future. Te Pāti Māori wishes to honour Mr Bolger in his Catholic tradition with his prayer. Mr Bolger knowingly expanded political capital for the nation's progress and to address historical injustices. His disposition is described by many who we also spoke to as magnificent, as inclusive, as indeed a proud Irishman, earning him the nickname Spud. For us, Mr Bolger is regarded as the greatest Prime Minister since Michael Savage.
I te whakarongo koe ki te whare. You've been listening to The House, a program made with funding from Parliament's Office of the Clerk. Mātua.